Greetings, loyal subjects. I am about to board one of India's finest luxury trains. Join me, Luke Kenny, as I take you on board the Maharaja Express into a journey of historic culture, royalty, and pure luxury.
The Taj Mahal Palace Hotel is the symbolic starting point of the Maharaja's Express, in much the same way as it was for those passengers who used to disembark from the legendary P&O ocean liners at the pier in front of the Gateway of India. The hotel is a fairy tale blend of Indian and Gothic architectural styles and is lionized as one of the best hotels in the world.
I am standing inside the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel, one of Mumbai's iconic architectural landmarks. It sits right at the head of the Gateway of India and was built in 1903 by the Tata family.
This hotel wing was completely restored within a year of the 2008 terrorist attacks and looks as good as new. While the guests are registering, I was fascinated by the interiors and took a walk about to admire them when I came across the Wall of Fame.
Over the decades, many legendary figures have passed through this hotel, from Louis Armstrong to Alfred Hitchcock, to Robert Plant, to Mick Jagger, to Bill Clinton, to President Sarkozy, and right up till most recently, President Barack Obama.
While the train arrives at the platform, the guests are preparing to begin their princely tour of India. They are welcomed in a royal fashion and board the train, which is going to be their home for the week ahead.
Operating since January 2010, the Maharaja Express is the latest luxury train in India and easily the most expensive in the Indian subcontinent. I can't wait to get in and show you around. Let's go.
All the coaches are named after precious stones, which also reflect in their decor. Mine is called Beruz. The cabin has been designed to the highest standards. The accessories have been carefully chosen to complement the colors used in the rooms. Every detail has been tastefully planned to match the royal theme. The Maharaja's Express is operated by Royal Indian Rail Tours, or RIRTL. The train offers several routes, but the one I have taken is called Princely India. It has been devised to cover all the major cities in Rajasthan and also introduce new royal destinations such as Vadodara in Gujarat and the camel country of Bikaner.
I am sitting here at the Raja Club or the King Club, a special coach that has its own lounge and a private bar. I'm almost dressed like a Maharaja without the jewels though. Hey, I'm just trying to blend in with the ambience. On a train like this, it doesn't take long to go back in time to the period of the Royal Maharajas. Thank you. And we have arrived at our first destination, which is Baroda, or Vadodara as it is known. I can hear the guests being welcomed on the platform, but I think I'm going to stick around and explore the train, which is considered one of the best luxury trains in the world.
Gujarat is known as the birthplace of Mahatma Gandhi, and this is reflected in the traditional Gandhian welcome. We are greeted with Gandhi caps and khadi, or hand-woven cotton garlands. The first stopover in Gujarat is the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Champaner and Pavagadh. It is relatively unknown in the tourist circuit, but the archaeological park offers a collection of historic monuments. The ruins house the Great Mosque or the Jami Masjid, and where the guests are taken for sightseeing. The mosque is a beautiful blend of Islamic and Hindu decorative styles. The masjid has intricate latticework screens with minarets and pavilions at the entrances to the courtyard, which itself is enclosed by domed galleries. The mosque is no longer used for worship. Many of the secrets of Champaner are still buried below the excavations. While the guests are still out catching the sights, back on the train, I met a senior general manager, Mr. Prem Devasi.
The Maharaja Express is considered one of the most expensive luxury trains. How different is this train from the other ones?
14 passenger as in guest coaches for accommodation, 2 restaurants, 42 covers each. That makes us exclusive, the only luxury train that can seat a full house. The rooms, 4 categories, ranging from 110 square feet to 465, all of which are exclusive and the best in the world in their own categories. 24-hour butler service. As far as the rooms are concerned, food and beverage, really special regional choice menu along with international cuisine from well-traveled chefs, a well-appointed wine menu, and panoramic views along the way that really give you a great glimpse of India.
Maharaja Express, 2 years old. It's the youngest luxury train in the country. What's been the experience of the travelers, the clients that you've had so far?
Barely 2 years old. We already have repeat guests, word of mouth from the guests that we have spoiled, experienced the luxury, experienced the royalty and the opulence, and of course getting a glimpse of India in the process. The response has been very encouraging.
A quick walkthrough reaffirms the immaculate layout of the different spaces within the train.
Apart from the rooms which have been impeccably designed, I also noticed that the public spaces, which is the restaurant cars, the bars and the bar lounge, have also been given an affectionate aesthetic treatment. With just the right amount of Art Deco furniture, the wooden finishes to the bar, the simplicity of the design, all makes for such a fantastic, luxurious experience.
The presidential suite, Navratna, is the pièce de résistance of this train. A whole coach is dedicated to the suite, which is segregated into 3 parts. The first being the master bedroom, which has a skylit roof. The second serves as the reading room, furnished with sofas. And finally, a further bedroom which mirrors the design of my cabin. In the evening, the guests were taken to the Mammoth and Royal Lakshmi Vilas Palace. The palace was built way back in 1890 by Maharaja Sayaji Rao III and is currently the residence of the former royal family of Baroda, as Vadodara was originally known. The magnificent palace was designed in the Indo-Saracenic style of architecture and is set in expansive grounds. The palace is generously embellished with mosaics, chandeliers and artworks. In the palace, the guests were treated to high tea and a traditional musical performance by the artist playing jaltarang, or a percussion instrument that produces music by using china bowls containing varying amounts of water.
One of the interesting things that they do on the train is that the night before, they give you the next day's weather forecast. So on this little piece of paper here, I have rainy, cloudy, overcast and sunny. And against whatever the day's temperature or the weather is going to be, they put a little X. So I've got a little X against sunny. So you can bet that it's definitely going to be sunny in Rajasthan.
Since I have been to Udaipur earlier, this time around I decided to take a tuk-tuk ride of the city. Who knows what one may find on such spontaneous explorations.
तो काफी अलग-अलग किस्म के लोग मुलाकात होती होगी आपकी।
हर कंट्री के लोग।
The city presents itself as India's most quintessentially romantic city after Agra. With its havelis, ghats, lakes and palaces, it is a veritable oasis in an otherwise arid region. My tuk-tuk driver and guide for the day, called Shambhu, showed me around and talked about the history of the region.
So you must be meeting a lot of interesting people.
Yeah, it's many American and just British.
My driver Shambhu told me how he meets people from all parts of the world, and most of them hassle him for a drive of his tuk-tuk. While he has to follow the safety measures, once in a while he does let them have a go. I figured, why not try to persuade him myself and try my hand at it once?
But I have no risk.
Engaging in a conversation with him, I realized that the forte of the city not only lies in the diversity of what it has to offer, but also in the warmth of its people.
Sit outside sitting hard like.
Alright, that's great. I have convinced Shambhu to let me drive his tuk-tuk, but he insists on sitting by my side for safety.
Back on board, while the kitchen staff was still busy at work, the chef, Shanaj Madhavan, invited me into his workplace for a chat.
Chef, this is one of the most fantastic kitchens I've seen on a train. How was it designed?
Well, I would say that it's the largest kitchen on the train in the world actually. So we had come up with so many ideas, so many drawings, and so we wanted to be a compact kitchen actually. It's been divided into two. One part we do only Europe and the other one is only Indian.